We're off. Afternoon everyone. So we're back out again. Southend on Sea. Today we're sea kayaking. So we're doing just a coast run today. So we've got in at just down from Thorpe slipway, and we're going to paddle up to the pier and beyond, hogging the coast because we've got a bit of a breeze, and yeah, it's the first time in this kayak, so I didn't want to go out too far. So different kayak, different paddle. So I'm now using a bent shaft, as you can see. So the reason for a bent shaft, let's kick down, is the position you hold it. It stops the fatigue on your wrists, because obviously every time you do a stroke you bend your wrist. So after hundreds and hundreds of times of that, it starts to be painful, especially when you're old like me. So a lot of people say a bent shaft, as you take that stroke, your wrist doesn't bend, so you should be able to go further without any fatigue. So it started off quite nice today. It's supposed to be a 5 to 6 mile an hour wind. I would say it's probably 10 now. A little bit of swell. So I'm not going to go out too far. Hopefully do about 6 to 8 kilometre paddle today. So at the moment we've got the tide coming in, so we've got about another hour till high tide. So we're paddling into the wind. So coming back, hoping this wind doesn't get up anymore. Coming back will be downwind and with the tide going out. So yeah, we're good.
Westerly or northwesterly 3 or 4, becoming variable 3 or less beta. Smooth or slight. Fair. Good. Outlook for the following 24 hours. Variable 2 to 4. Smooth or slight. Fair. Good. Northforeland to Southie Bill. 24-hour forecast. Variable 3 or less. Becoming northwesterly 3 or 4 for a time. Smooth, occasionally slight. Fair. Good. Outlook for the following 24 hours. Variable 3 or less. Mainly smooth. Fair. Good.
The wind's picked up a bit. So we've got probably about nearly a metre swell now. Not quite as nice as it was supposed to be forecast. The plan was to get out to the end of the pier, but I think that might be a tad rough out there for me today. Especially this is the first time in the sea in this kayak. You might notice I'm in a different vessel. So the new kayak is British made, and it's made by P&H Sea Kayaks. So this model is the Leo. So see the sea kayaks they do in rotor mould construction, they do the Leo, the Virgo, which is a bit smaller, and they do the Scorpio, which is like an expedition kayak. This is like a touring stroke weekend, but it's 16 foot long, so that's a lot bigger than my other kayak. Narrower, but it's much faster in the water. Noticeably more unstable than the other one, but obviously when I first got in the other one I thought, oh, this is unstable, but I soon got used to it, and yeah, it was absolutely fine. But no, this is definitely a bit more tippy, but I'm sure the secondary stabilisation is quite comfortable. I've just not hit it yet. So, but yeah, first time out in this kayak, testing it on the sea. So my plan was today was to paddle out to the Mulberry and then across to the end of the pier. So 2k out to the Mulberry, 3k to the end of the pier, come down the pier and then paddle along the beach towards Lee until I'd done about 9k and then turn and have a beach run back with the tide and wind. But I'm on my own again and looking at the conditions, yeah, I'm not going to risk it on my own. So, I mean, it's not terrible. It's just if I come off in open water and I come out the kayak, I can't right this yet, doing a proper roll. So I would have to self-rescue, which I could probably do, I know what to do, but I'm then going to be cold, stuck right out there. So I think I'm going to just stick closer to the shore. Saying that, I've drifted out quite a bit. But yeah, just while I'm getting used to this vessel, so it's completely different to the other one. So this is the core light. They do two versions. So this is the core light version. So it's slightly lighter, slightly more structurally rigid, I believe. I think it's got like a foam core and like 2 layers or 3 layers. Yeah, I don't know the exact specs, but yeah, so it's a kilo or so lighter than the standard Rotomold one. So this is the factory second. So there's a slight blemish, which took me half an hour to find, but it knocks £500 off the price, so I was willing to take that risk. It took me half an hour to find why it was a second, and it's literally just here. There's a couple of bubbles, like raised bubbles that you can feel, and that's what makes it a second. So when I spoke to the company that was selling it, I asked for a picture so I could see what made it a second, and they refused. I was like, right, okay, obviously it's quite bad then. No, and then he said, well no, he said I can't take a picture because it's that trivial, we can't see it, and it would take me half an hour to find it. So I took a chance, and yeah, it's very, very minor, so I'm quite happy with that. So I'll probably, if I like it, I will probably keep it, to be fair. But yeah, it's really nice, very fast in the water, and the new paddle's good. I can just feel I can just paddle for longer. I'm not moving my wrists at all, they're just sort of there in the same position. I don't know what I would be like in a lot rougher than this, I really don't. Definitely need to get some lessons through the winter, I think, in the pool, and learn some skills from a pro. That's my plan anyway. Right, we're going to move a little bit closer to the shore because this is getting a bit rough. Nearly at the pier. It's like our halfway point, paddling in this direction. So still another 2 or 3k at paddle. rougher this side, isn't it? Now, man. Well, I'll say it's official. This is probably the roughest I've been out in. Much bigger swells today. I think we'll go in a bit closer though. Come all of a sudden, boom, and hit ya. Right, I'm drifting. So let's get out of that bit. Here they come, voila. Once. Guessing wind over tide, and that's why it's so rough. So we are going to try and get in a bit. That's it, we're off. We're just getting towards the end of slack water now. Downwinder all the way back towards Thorpe Bay. Stopped for lunch near the casino. Now I'm just going with the tide and the wind. Lovely. I think we'll stay quite close to the coast on the way back. Yeah man, look at that go. That was just sit and chill on the way back. And enjoy the ride. careful there. Like that. That power out then. There's a pipe excuse me, under the pier, and I wouldn't have got through. And with the wind and tide, yeah, I could have come a cropper. So I had to power right out. I'm good. That's better. A bit more protected here. Whew, that was a little bit hairy. Well, going back is really fast. I've got the wind behind me and the tide's going out, you can see now by the shoreline. The old Kersal over there, so already I've probably covered a kilometre in under 15 minutes. It's just, yeah, I'm barely doing nothing. When you put the paddle in, you can see how fast I'm actually moving. So I'm not going to be out here that much longer. I went an half hour, I'm going to be back. Definitely a bit more lively, this boat, but it's so fast in the water, so fast. I'm literally just going with the wind and tide. You wouldn't paddle against the wind and tide, no way. This is why when you're in the sea, you have to plan it. You have to do it in the right winds. You have to go, you know, when the tide's coming in, go upwind, and coming back when the tide's going out. You would not paddle against it. So yeah, being out in the sea takes a lot more planning. And always have a plan B. I mean, today I plan to go out to the Mulberry, which I'd love to have done. Not that far out, 2k out. But swell, even at the edge, the swell's quite a bit. So out there would be quite considerable. And out there, you're in the middle of nowhere. I can't even see the Mulberry at the moment. Maybe that's it. It'd be nice to get to the end of the pier. But the conditions need to be right. You know, you can really come unstuck out here. Oh, see the speed when you get these waves. Mad feeling. They hit you, and as you ride the top of them, they just throw you forward. It's, you don't want to be hitting that. You look how quick I'm getting past all this. You know, I'm barely doing anything. I can hear the train going out behind me. So really I should be on the outside of these, because these are to mark the end of the groins. really be out here a bit further. I think I'm well above it. There's still quite a lot of water. There it comes. Absolutely flying. So let's try and get on the outside of this one, yeah? I don't want to hit him then. Look how quick I go past it. It's crazy. So what I should have done in hindsight was paddled another couple of K towards Lee. I didn't know how quick it'd be coming back. We're probably over halfway already. Hello there. Well, that cloud went away and we turned out quite a nice afternoon. Just to show in the wind. Westerly. I reckon that could well be it. Do I like the bent shaft paddle? Yeah, I do. Definitely. It's a little bit different. It's not as powerful as my other one, but definitely less fatigue on my upper body. So I just like the position of the wrists so they don't move. Yeah. Expensive, but if I can paddle longer without being in pain, then I guess it's worth it. We're just riding the waves now. Nearly back. Well, that took me an hour and a half to paddle down it, and I reckon that's taking me half an hour to come back. Hopefully, that's see my van. I know that I've got out. Might be a bit further. You alright?
Hello, yes.
Lovely, isn't it?
Oh, it's fabulous.
Not long left now.
No.
This is us. And this is us. Windsurfer. And that for years. That's another successful paddle. First time out in the P&H Leo. Quite impressed. Bit rocky compared to the other one, but the speed of it, yeah, a bit of practice. We'll have to stand it through. Oh, here they come. Right, we're going to get out and I'll see you.